Hey guys, it is Mark back with another video, and like I always say, don't be scared to fall because you may fall into a better situation. And without further ado, let's get into the video. So you guys, today's just going to be a chit chat. Get ready with me if you want to see how I achieve this little soft little beat or whatever, you know, the dippity doodahs of what we do here or whatever. Keep on watching. I have not filmed another get ready with me in a long time, so bear with me. Excuse the voice, I'm a little sick, I'm getting over it, but excuse it. I already got the brows on, and this is what we're doing for today. It's just basically the vibes. I'm going to talk to you guys and just kind of fill you guys in on what's actually been going on as of lately. Shout out to my best friend JJ. His father passed away. Let's take a moment of silence. But he texted me. He said, "If you felt I've never been understanding of your situation with your mom, I sincerely apologize from the bottom of my heart." And the thing is about that, I did lose my mom, but we're on to positive things. We took a moment of silence. Moving back home at 24, what is it like? It's definitely the moving back home part. Honestly, wasn't that hard because me and my daddy had kind of mended our relationship while I was gone. So when I came back, I knew that it was going to be at least peace when it came to him. When I left, I completely cut off all communications with family, and I did not look back. So, you know, and I kind of, since I'm back, I've kind of intertwined where I left off with how I feel about them now. And I've come to quickly realize that these aren't the same people from when I left. Everybody's grown, and I'm pretty sure they feel the same way about me, because when I left, I wasn't as gay as I am now. So I know that's probably a huge transition. I mean, my family, honestly, people haven't changed. I kind of expected them to change, though. I mean, everybody smokes now. But I am comparing to about like 7 years. I was gone for about 7 years. So it's been a long time. The bad part about this is when I moved away, I found so much comfort in being alone, and I felt so free. Being alone, I found myself. I became more of myself. I had no representation. I was free to be or become whoever I wanted to become with no representation. What I've realized is I've kind of always been different when it comes to my family, so I can't say that I, you know, kind of just strayed away from who I was, but I definitely processed at least my family's, you know, our family traditions differently. Like the habits and the things that we pass on, I process them differently. And I've always been like that. I didn't get to get my point across, but the point I was trying to make was that I grew up seeing so much that I didn't want for myself, that when I had the opportunity to get out in this world and choose the life that I wanted and the way that I wanted to be perceived or looked at, it was something totally different than where I come from. And I don't think that anything is wrong with that, because this is my life and this is who I chose to be. Hello.
Hey, you taking the car up there?
Mm-hmm. It's either they can't do it or they ain't got the parts to do it, and I don't trust that either. Nothing really. 2 weeks into working a different job in a different city, a different environment, I'm back at grocery stores that in my hometown with people who haven't seen me in forever. So, like drinking this, I elevated and I stepped back. But I don't regret stepping back. I do not regret stepping back. I felt like it was necessary to humble me, and it was like a slingshot to pull me back for a minute to shoot me off somewhere farther. I'm not sorry about stepping back, and I'm not sorry for how I elevated. Because everybody, not everybody, a lot of people around be like, "Oh, he doing too much," or he just acting. This is where he come from. Yeah, this is where I come from, and this is why I chose not to stay. So when I elevate, and now I have a different lifestyle, and I have to come back to you know where I started, and being here has showed me and made me remember why I left so soon. I'm ready to get in these streets. I can't wait to New Year's. I got fired, and I have not made a video like that in so long. I used to have a bad habit of getting into it with managers at jobs, and it didn't stop at this one. I was a little bit more grounded because I had an apartment, but I still wasn't having that shit. I just have a big issue with authority and anybody telling me what to do. And I realize that I know that. But however, I feel like I'm so in control of my emotions that for the most part, I can keep shit from escalating to keep me from, losing what I've worked for. And having my apartment taught me that to always stay grounded and never let people take you out of your body. But never let people take you out of your body. And the only reason that I was fired was because I pulled a lot of weight. I'm gonna say this for a story time. I'm not gonna talk about this right now. But I guess I was already planning on quitting anyway. That's why I had another one, which pays me more, and I don't have to drive as much, so I'm cool. Don't get it twisted. I'm a boss. I don't work for nobody, period. And I feel like that's the reason why I have such a big issue with authority. To escape traumas. Very hard to escape traditional traumas, and you definitely need motivation. And I think the difference between me and my family is I took in a lot of things differently than them, and instead of setting where I knew I didn't want to be, I used that lit a fire up under me from day one. I didn't like where I was, so I stayed to myself. As I got older, I didn't necessarily hate my life, but I definitely never really. I always knew that I wanted to do something different, but I knew then I couldn't because I was under someone else's roof. And what really blew the top off of it for me was when my mother passed away. This is how I looked at it. It was just so much coming down on me at that time, and I literally had nobody. But everybody around me was so focused on, the wrong things. And I never felt like it was genuine care. And I never liked the fact that a lot of people did so much in that moment, stuff that they could have been done. At the time, the only people that I was close to was my mother. I was close, very close to my mother. I was very close to my stepsisters who I had been with for 11 years at that time. They left. They divorced that same year, around the same time. My mother passed away. And I knew that then was my time to leave. And that's when I dipped. Me being 24, and I'm in my room every day. And me and my daddy, we don't argue as much as we used to. So now it's making me think, so what was I doing so differently then? So why is it so much peace and then it wasn't peace? I could have just shut my ass up then and just dealt with it. I didn't have to move off. That's what I could have done. But I don't regret what I did. I moved off and I learned a lot. And I don't know how I would have went if I would have stayed. But I've rambled enough. That's all I got for y'all today. It's kind of an update. That's where my mind is. I don't know when I'm going to get back to uploading. Honestly, I've been working, trying to get my life back. Not even trying to get my life back. Trying to stack my money. I'm enjoying the family, being back around. They're relearning me for who I am now. And that's something that I did not realize when I was coming around. I had a long conversation with my auntie about my sexuality. And to me, it's just like, it's old. And it was very irritating at first. But then I had to sit down and realize that a lot of my aunts have not seen me in person. Like this. Like being myself. When I left, I wasn't like this. I wasn't wearing makeup. I wasn't, this gay. I left and found myself, and now I came back a whole different person. So I feel like that's a process for them, just like it was a process for my dad. That's all I got for you guys. I'm gonna go take my pictures. It is 9:40, and that's all I got for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay cute.